Hi, everybody. A very pleasant good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you all. Hope that this video finds you well. Anyway, as of this video, we have 74 subscribers. Woohoo! Another 74. So just yesterday we had 58. So today we're 74. We're growing slowly but surely. So I just really want to thank you for that. And I appreciate you very much for being here and being so patient and really watching and interacting with the video. This video I will share today is about the X1 card and just very important details about it. And also I will share with you a review by Forbes. As we know, Forbes is a very reliable business insider and they know a lot of the ongoing financial climate, and so a lot of this information comes from them, which is really nice because when I started with this card, I had no idea what it was. So let's get started. I got approved for the X1 card on December 10, and not knowing even that I was going to make it to the invite because I know there is over 350,000 on the waiting list. I signed up for the waiting list, I think, late November. So I wasn't really counting on getting an invite and said, it's just there because I saw it on YouTube, a lot of this X1 card videos. So I just went on ahead and signed up. And December 9, I will never forget that day. Okay, I got an invite. I was at work. So I just went on ahead and, filled out the application. It was pretty easy. And then the only thing was that they actually sent me a note saying that they could not get to my bank. They could not connect to Navy Federal. So I wasn't sure if that was just with Navy Federal or maybe, just something with my account. So they asked me to send them a month of a bank statement. I think they only asked for a month, but I sent them 3 months anyway. When I do something, I just make sure that, okay, you need information, I'll give you all that information. And lo and behold, when I sent them those statements, I think the night when I came home from work, early the next morning, December 10, about 10 o'clock, I received an email that said, hey, I was approved for 29,000. So that was quite a big surprise because they did not really do a credit check. So together we will check out this card and see what it has, what it's all about, just so we have a good understanding of it, okay? Already heard about the talk of Fintech and how it is because I know that I have a Brex card and a DV card as well. So I just know that, as far as the business, I was approved, but that didn't really kind of, I did not have a very good understanding of it. I'm using the card and all that because, for credit reporting and stuff. I will also make a video about my experiences with those cards. But anyway, that was pretty much my background on Fintech. And then, but it was on that business and never on the personal side. So I was just, limited with that information. So when I got the X1 card, I was like, okay, what was this for? Was it for business or personal? I didn't quite remember. So apparently it's on the personal side, which I am happy because that will definitely help my utilization as well. And, as we're trying to build credit because, lenders always base it on a personal, base it on the personal side. I think it's very important to build up the personal side as well. So that was nice. But X1 is the most popular at this time because it was the only fintech company that was accepting waiting lists that had over 350,000 people who were interested in it, which is really amazing. So that's why one of the things is you have to receive an invite before you can apply for this card as well. So I just did a research on fintech companies and how it works and all that. And I'm not going to go too in-depth here because, like I said, I'm really trying to make my videos a little shorter because sometimes I get carried away. And then once the video is done, I would check it out and said it's okay, it's 15 or 20 minutes. That's a little bit too long. So I'll try to make this short. So anyway, fintech just is a fancy word for financial technology. So what is it about? Financial technology, or fintech, is used to describe new technology that seeks to improve and automate the delivery and use of financial services. At its core, fintech is utilized to help companies, business owners, and consumers better manage their financial operations processes and lives by utilizing specialized software and algorithms. And that is the reason why when X1 connects to your bank, they are using Plaid, which is the software that actually kind of reads all your data, but it's a read only with the data, just so they can make a decision. So basically, it's a kind of an AI underwriter. So what they see in your banking data is that they will see your behaviors, maybe your payments, student loans, things like that, and what you have, and that is how they can actually give you a credit line based on that information also. So here is just a pretty cool schematic diagram of how Plaid works, Plaid. Before, I was thinking, well, what I know of Plaid is like, the clothing as the plaid design with squares and everything. So, but anyway, that is a software that a lot of these fintech companies are using to connect to your bank and I would say harvest data. So on your app, you give Plaid authorization to access your account. It's going to ask for your username and password, and your bank will confirm if you have authorized that. So it's a kind of it's a pretty quick system. And I can understand when some people are not very comfortable with that yet, because like I said, it's a new technology, and even before, I was one of those who would never shop online because they're going to steal my information, my credit card and all that. But now it's almost every day that I go shopping on Amazon. So sometimes when something is very new, it takes time for us to kind of accept it and embrace it. But I respect other people's opinion also, of course. And it's a kind of a personal prerogative anyway. So, but with me, I'm willing to try things, and see what happens. I get very curious and then I learn. That's how I learn. So that was what happened with me with X1. I gave them that access and they were able to read my data and everything. But I think something with Navy Federal that, they don't allow so much of that information sharing, I think. I'm not sure. But if you have any information on that, or what's going on, or if you were with Navy Federal and you were able to get approved with X1, please share that information. I'd like to hear from you, because certainly Plaid doesn't seem to, Navy Federal doesn't seem to like Plaid. Okay. So again, this is another nice diagram of what data you can share with Plaid to give the lender or the financial institutions a decision, okay? Accounts and routing numbers, account balances, transaction data, investment holdings data, student loan and credit card information, account holder information. So they manage that connection. And I think based on that, they have an algorithm where they use the data on your bank. And in fact, they're also saying that they can project your future earnings based on your banking data, which is, I think, super cool. And that's how they can make decision of how much they will lend you. So just an overview of X1. It connects directly to your bank account. It's automatic underwriting, no credit check. It is based on income, past, present, and future. Now, initially, when the X1 card was trying to raise funds, I think it was about 12 million for its credit card with limits based on your income. But I think there have been a lot of well-known investors because it is a very new concept, and there were a lot of very known figures, who actually invested in X1. So by the time that this actually rolled out in December or maybe November, they have, from what I heard, billions in assets. So I think it really had a good response from investors. And the way they projected it was that, they are able to give 5 times more than the usual average credit lines that most credit card companies or banks will allow the consumer. Here at the bottom, it even says that X1 Card is raising a 12 million funding round. The company is building a credit card that sets limits based on your current and future income, not your credit score. So that's pretty cool. And I just think so because there are many individuals out there that have a lot of income but doesn't have a very stellar credit. I mean, I don't have the perfect credit. I'm still working on it, but they gave me 29,000. So that's really pretty cool. So it's real. The hype is real, I think. Now, I came across this very thorough, I would say, assessment, by Forbes. Again, Forbes is very reliable when it comes to its assessments and opinions, I think. So at a glance, there is 0 annual fee. So, I mean, for a high credit limit credit card with no annual fee, I mean, that's unheard of. Now, there is, however, no welcome bonus or introductory APR offers, no credit check. X1 uses income to grant credit limits. You can earn 2 points per dollar on every purchase. You can earn 3 points per dollar for the year if you spend 15,000 or more that year. I don't think I'm going to make it that far. So you can also earn 4 points per dollar for a month for every referral who signs up for the card. So with me, I was able to get about 60 days of 4 times points because I shared 2 codes to my viewers on YouTube. And boy, those 2 got approved for very big amounts. So right now I'm earning 4x points for every spend that I'm doing. So I like that. So no transaction fees, and redemption can only be made with X1 partners. It has the Visa signature perks and benefits. So as far as earning rewards, the X1 card earns at the following rates. Earn 2 points for every dollar spent. Earn 3 points for every dollar spent if you spend at least 15,000 that year on the card. And you earn 4 points per dollar for a month for every one you refer who gets the X1 card. So that's pretty much, what X1 offers. And again, as shared by Forbes, which was pretty much my assessment also. I kind of, that's why when I saw this article by Forbes, I'm like, yep, that's pretty accurate right there. So there's never a perfect card, okay? But at least when what you have, you try to use it the best way you can and, as much as it suits your needs. And so there's always, like I said, always a pro and a con. So as far as the X1 card, yes, there's no welcome bonus, no annual fee. But the regular APR, I think, is a little high. I mean, that's 12.75% to 19.75% variable. So credit score has to be good or excellent. So now the pros. No credit check. X1 uses income to grant credit limits. So, and you earn 2 points per dollar on every purchase. You earn 3 points per dollar for the year if you spend 15,000 or more. Now, the con about this, and it's also actually one thing that I kind of not very excited about, is that there is no welcome bonus or introductory APRs, and those interested must request an invite to apply. And another thing is you cannot redeem the points anywhere else except, with their partners. So, but for me, having a $29,000 credit limit with no credit check, with no APR, and with a lot of points because I referred to people. I mean, that just, I would say, it just really exceeds a lot of my expectations. So it's still pretty worth it to be. So anyway, I know that a lot of you have the card. You got approved for high limits. Please share your experience and how many people you have referred that also got approved for high limits. So all of you out there who has the X1 card, please say hi. I just want to hear from you. So anyway, again, to my 74 subscribers, a very pleasant good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Have a wonderful and blessed day.